And hello, all. This is Lala Madness, and you're tuning in to another episode of the Fierce Review. And thank you all for watching. I want to give appreciation to all of my viewers and those that have been there along with me the whole way. You know where to reach me at by email, lmfiercereview@gmail.com. Also, check out all of my videos on my YouTube channel, Lala Madness. Also, I'm on all podcast platforms as well: Spotify, Google, Anchor, Apple, and various other platforms that you can check me out on at Lala Madness. And in this episode, I'm actually going to be discussing the 360 music deal contract that a lot of artists are actually getting into right now. And that's pretty much the majority of the contracts, or type of contract rather, that the music industry is offering and people are buying. Okay. So, now, 360 deals are also known as multiple rights deals. They allow a record label to receive a percentage pretty much from all of the earnings from a band or artist activities. So it's not just your standard, they're making money off of just the music portion. They're going to make money from everything as a whole. So most contracts, or most traditional contracts, you would only receive a portion from record sales or from just the money-making activities of the label that the label has a hand in, not your separate stuff, okay? So 360s work a different way. Now, the 360 deals have increased. Pretty much the reason is due to the plummeting sales, which were at the height of the industry's revenue amount. It was $14.5 billion back in 1999. Now it's down to $7 billion in 2012. So that's cut down to like half, which is dramatic and horrible if you're in business, right, in that industry, and you lose half of your revenue over that period of time. Now, that's mainly due to people not purchasing CDs or records like they basically used to back in the day, where you head to the actual record store, you purchase your album, or you're waiting on the album to come out and you're actually purchasing the hard copy form of the album, whether that be a CD, a record, a cassette tape, even go back as far as 8-tracks, back there too. So, everything is pretty much gone to streaming platforms now and other ways for listeners to obtain the music. Okay. So, in most deals, artists make most of their money from touring, merchandise, and endorsements. That usually is their money separately from what the industry or record label would make or generate off of them. So that would be their own separate money. It used to be, if you sign an endorsement for a certain product, a certain brand, or you're advertising for a certain separate entity, that will be all yours. But not with a 360. Okay. So they actually allow, the 360 deals actually allow the record label to make money off of, listen very closely for those that are interested in signing record deals. You want to make sure that you read those paragraphs A, B, C, and D, where it have like one and then there's addendums under those. Pay attention to that, because it's generally listing off some things that you need to get a lawyer to make sure you understand exactly what it's saying to you. Okay, because once you sign, some people be so hungry to sign, they just sign it. You don't even know what you signed. You done signed away, basically, when they say sign your life away, literally that's what you did, and you didn't even know you did it. So now, 360 record deals actually allow the record label to make money off of the artist through copyrights of the artist's recordings, digital sales, tours, concerts, live performances, merchandise sales, endorsements, appearances in movies and television, songwriting, lyric displays, publishing revenue, and ringtone sales. So that is a lot more money and revenue that they would generate off of you as an artist, as opposed to just getting a percentage of, the music that you put out. Okay, it's definitely not operating the same. Now they have expanded it on being able to make money off of you for everything that you do. And in some cases, you would even give up creative control, which would be, what type of songs that you do, also the song length, what artists that you'll be working with. Sometimes that is not a choice of yours anymore. It's going to be up to the label to decide what it is that you're going to do. So you would sign what you're going to do for them. And then if they say, hey, we want you to sing this song, this is not generally in the type of music that you sing, but you're going to sing it today. And then you're going to get your ass up there and sing it just like that, or rap it, or whatever it is that you do, because that's what they told you to do. And that's the deal that you signed. So, In return for all of this that they will be generating off of the artist, or you as the artist rather, they actually, the artist will actually get a longer period of promotion in exchange for providing the bigger cuts, and also the label acting as your management. Now we know your standard management fees back in the day, and sometimes even now if you just have a manager, that fee can be anywhere from 25 to 35%. Now if you take that amount for the amount of money that you're making, and don't include that you have to pay taxes on all of this too, okay, it's going to come to a 25 to 35% ratio, which is a large amount just for the management fee. So your label now will be acting as your manager because they're going to have more control over what you do. They're going to book your gigs. They're going to be telling you when your concert is, how, who, what, when, where, and why. They're going to provide all of that for you because their objective is to generate money off of you, so you can guarantee they're going to line up things for you to do. Except for you can guarantee they're going to get a larger portion for doing that. All right. Now, the in traditional deal, deductions from royalties generally include producer royalties, net sales, foreign sales, reductions for packaging, budget records, and new technology. The artist will retain all monies made from publishing, merchandising, touring, endorsements, and other sources of revenue. So this is your traditional deal. So your traditional record deal would deduct from those things that I mentioned, as far as the technology, the budget, your packaging and everything, as far as your, and that will be, taking. Okay, sorry about that, guys. All right, so the benefits will actually, the traditional deals, like I mentioned, from royalties would include everything that you would get from, that the record label rather would get from all of that, which will be your producer royalties, net sales, foreign sales, reduction for packaging. You're going to be paying for your photo shoot, and also the packaging, that because you need to shoot photos in order to have your album cover, right? So that generally comes with that, and the production of new technology as things evolve in the industry. So the artist would generally, like I said, retain all monies from publishing, merchandising, touring, endorsements, and other sources of revenue. But like I mentioned in the 360 deal, they're going to get a portion of all of that. So it's not just cookie cutter like how it used to be. And the benefits to the label, though, will be that the label can sign an artist and not really worry about the money that they'll make off of an album, because they'll tell you sometimes they want 3 albums for this amount of money. You do get your little advance money and things of that nature. In a 360 deal, your advance money is not counting your travel, your hotel stay, when you want to bring that entourage on and do things like that. All of your jewelry, that's part of your costume, right? That's part of you having the clothes that you need in order to perform your job. That's going to come out of your portion now. Okay. And the question usually, oh, well, wait, I want to also point this out, that they're going to make money off of an album, and that they can get from multiple avenues. So that's, like I stated, you would pretty much not just be confined to them receiving money from just here. They will receive money from everywhere. Everything you do, it's like a manager. If you go get on the stage and you make $1,000 during that performance, you pay your manager your 30 something percent, at times the average, about 30%. So in that case, you know what to expect to pay them. But in this type of deal, it's probably going to be more than that they're going to expect payment for, or that your cut is going to be smaller due to them lining up all these things for you, which is what a management does. But they're going to be acting as both. So you won't need to go seek outside management to pay, the management and the record label for this and that. They're going to do it all in one, which is going to generate more money for them. Okay. The question usually boils down to, how bad do you want to be heard? Do you want to be heard to the extent that your craft could possibly not be your craft, or your type of music could possibly not be your type of music in the next coming years when they decide to switch gears and now you're doing a totally different genre, or they've pushed you into a different avenue based on what the numbers are saying, or based on what the revenue is coming from more? That would depend on how bad you want to be heard and what you're willing to do and what you're willing to give up or compromise in order to do that. But a lot of artists have signed 360 deals. A lot of them are making money off of 360 deals, so to speak, but they're still giving up a larger portion. So the traditional record labels, deals are not really around that much anymore. So therefore, it's not really, how do I say this, possible for you to just, but it is possible for you to negotiate your contract. So that it's not just not possible for you to get the traditional contract. You're probably not going to get that unless you go and dig really, really deep and you have a really great craft where you can negotiate a little bit. But I do suggest you negotiating your 360 deal if you are offered one, because you need to know how much the percentage is that they're going to be taking out, what all they're going to have, and what all they're going to be expecting of you, and how much money they're expected to receive, or what portion rather, from the things that you're doing. I mean, every t-shirt that you sell with your face on it, they're going to get a portion of it in this aspect. Your concert, they're going to get a portion of that. They're going to get a portion of pretty much everything. You appear, you get a guest spot on a TV show and you get paid for it. They get a portion of that. It's no longer just your money to keep, which is what artists generally used to do. So everything is different in the aspect of that. They even have copyrights to your songs now that you went in the booth and performed. So now it's pretty much there. So if you decide to leave that label, then Prince had the same issue. He tried to leave the label. He couldn't even take his name with him. Therefore, he became the artist formerly known as Prince, because that didn't work. So it just depends on what type of deal you sign. The 360 deal, it's up to you. If you are an artist that signed one, more power to you. Let me know how it's working out, and let me know. I'm curious to know the exact percentages that they're taking, how much money that they're giving to you for the things that you do, and merchandise and revenue and endorsements and all that. Sometimes pay a lot of money, but if they're getting a good portion of it, how much are you really getting to be able to eat off of? Those are things that I want to know, that I'm curious about. I do know artists that have signed them, and so I know from my own perspective what to expect, but I like to know from those that have signed, because they all differ. And if your negotiation skills are pretty good, then you can pretty much maneuver around or negotiate what what's too much or what's not. So that's what I have for you on helping you understand what a 360 music deal contract is. And all questions, you can please comment, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can email me as well at lmfiercereview@gmail.com. And I look forward to doing this again with you guys. I got another couple shows I have to do for you on various topics that I'll be posting. So you'll probably see them all come back to back. So that's that. All right.